Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Wall Street next week. Financial astrology for the successful investor. Trade analysis. http ntvforex.com. News ID B7505F89 2024 12:02 p.m. 1. NBSP market risk is highly elevated this August. In August, the question will no longer be how high is up but will become how low and for how long. While buying on dips may still work at times for day traders, it will no longer automatically be profitable for position traders, i.e. August is here now. NBSP, of course, being short, also has its risks: fiscal stimulus plans, vaccine data, US-China, the elephant in the room, the US election. While we anticipate a faster recovery than in the past, it will not a supercharged V. We see NBSP NBSPU or NBSP œskinny NBSP US economic recovery but stock markets not V, L, or U but NBSPW NBSP Q4 US GDP will highly depend on US election outcome. NBSP recommendation 100% protection until September. First trading targets V1.4 NBSP SPX 3069 NBSP Nasdaq 10,058 NBSP Our views: we have a short bias NBSP given NBSP elevated market risk now until late NBSP summer. NBSP post-summer investments should be targeted for a post-COVID-19 world for a recovery rather than a quarantinia portfolio. NBSP traders should day trade or have very deep pockets after hard rallies or market drops. It is smart to book profits. Watch DJIA 26,500 NAS 11,146 Monday, August 10th is potentially pivotal. NBSP investors require a longer-term horizon than normal. We are no longer accumulating but selling stay-at-home stocks that have been winners from this crisis. We will be planning a different strategy for the post-November US presidential election. Conservative investors may prefer water utilities, tips, or high-quality corporate bonds and dividend-paying stocks. NBSP precious metals will continue to shine. At the right price, and right time frame, the COVID crisis represents NBSP danger, NBSP NBSP opportunity. NBSP commodity trading. Gold fall. Astronovdis NBSP rebuy late summer. Current trading range $1,800 $2,200. Silver. Astro is generally positive. NBSP $20 support. FV $22 pivot. R125 R230 copper. NBSP 2.80 pivot. 3 resistance trading. Our approach is to enter early and exit early, medium risk with lots of profit nonetheless. We have a short basis for August. NBSP SPX risk NBSP 3,350 NBSP SPX NBSP reward 2,900 trading shorts. July 31st DJ 26,377 NBSP SPX 3,271 NBSP NAS 10,745 first trading target V1.4 NBSP SPX 3,069 NBSP Nasdaq 10,058 NBSP positional shorts. DJIA sold 26,000, 27,000, 27,000, and 1 SPX NBSP sold 3,150, 3,150, 3,145 NBSP2. NBSPwine.com seeks funding at valuation of more than $1 billion. HW The obvious question is not what they have been smoking, but rather drinking. HW We await an August correction. Until then, or perhaps later, we would not buy any of these companies. We advise only fresh buying special situations or accumulating undervalued quality stocks for the long term. NBSP favorite H2 2020 sectors: entertainment, NBSP mining, NBSP safety security, NBSP NBSP technology undervalued highly scalable. Short term we are downgrading technology for the forecast August correction. Intermediate term we are downgrading NBSP select, NBSP healthcare, NBSP lower cost better outcome due to potential future political risk, e.g. NBSP Trump signs orders to lower prescription drug prices. Stock selection is important. When possible, we prefer to recommend stocks sporting strong cash flows, sound balance sheets growing dividends. Choose your favorite stocks and patiently bid for them at near ideal prices if when seen again August. NBSP 3. NBSP major Chinese banks bar customers from buying gold, precious metals. NBSP will East selling record high prices overshadow the West buying dips. I agree it is overvalued, but given its extremely strong astro this fall anticipated by markets, gold is very likely to well reward investors in 2020 year-end. Given newbie gold investors have little knowledge of the industry and many are accustomed to tech valuations, is there an upper limit to gold or silver pricing? Maybe not. In the meantime, NBSP gold keeps making all-time highs and currently is in an 1,800–2,200 trading range. Silver $22 resistance is now support with P225 or P330 next resistance levels. NBSP there are so many good buys in the precious metal space depending on your time frame and risk-reward desires. NBSP here the trend is most definitely your friend. Review past WSNW and A fund luncheons AMP conferences for many good ideas that can be quite profitable this coming fall-winter. Also upcoming save the dates September Wednesday Wall Street, next week webinars September 2nd, 9, 16, 23, 30 NBSP noon to 1 p.m. ET. NBSP copper previously was undervalued. NBSP largely as a pawn of the US-China trade spat AMP Wuhan virus. Now along with most other commodities, intermediate and longer term it sports favorable fundamentals. Gold fundamentally there was a short-term decrease in mine supply coupled with greatly increasing investor interest. Please note gold is under NBSP highly favorable astrological influences late NBSP Q3 AMP Q4. Longtime gold bugs are happy that more generalist investors are beginning to join the party. In addition, many major brokerage houses had $2,000 NBSP price targets into 2021. These views are already validated, and more, if when inflation fears resurface and or if with a falling US dollar we believe gold AMP silver valuations will largely sport well above fair value in this year of the NBSP white metal NBSP RAT 2020. Just as they were undervalued for a long time, it can and is likely to be overvalued for a long time. While fundamentally gold is currently overvalued, in much of the fall AMP winter, the astro is very positive for gold. Hence NBSP we recommend a full and overweighted precious metals portfolio allocation. However, we advise precious metal investors to also pay attention to stock selection. Gold remains cheap geopolitical crisis insurance. For investors who NBSP cannot NBSP or NBSP will not NBSP buy the dollar US currency as well as investors who wish to NBSP safely NBSP and NBSP cheaply NBSP hedge their US dollar exposure. NBSP only gold is as good as gold. NBSP once again some NBSP investors are hedging record equity prices by buying gold. NBSP they are not unhappy. NBSP gold FV $1,650 commodity FV 1,591 currency FV 1,650 inflation metal FV 1,550 crisis FV 1,809. Investors NBSP we plan to stay long in NBSP H2 2020 NBSP with occasional hedging, selling, or profit taking before the fall. Note our current fair value for silver is $20. NBSP 3A we disagree with conventional wisdom that a blue sweep this November is not so bad, or even potentially good, for the health sector NBSP given Bidna's more centrist roots. A. Kim Monk and Rob Smith, analysts. Capital Alpha HW we have downgraded the healthcare sector pre-election due to high political risk. There will be individuals winners, but more losers, e.g. 133 companies are pursing a COVID-19 vaccine. How many a winner saw in this race will be there be next year? Most will drop off a cliff. There is an overwhelming amount of evidence that the labor market stalled in July. Annetta Markowska and Thomas Simons, economists, Jeffries HW yes, and while things will improve, it is not a V recovery. Since 1920, every stock market decline GT 35% saw a symmetric price recovery. NBSP in other words, the faster the markets fall, the faster the markets recover, and the ratio is 2.5x. NBSP given the speed of the 2020, This implied making new highs before the end of the summer. A Thomas Lee, founder, Fundstrat Global Advisors HW may be, but maybe not. NBSP This is not our bet. A North American EMPS are in a battle for investment relevance, not a battle for global market share. A Matt Gallagher, Chief Executive Officer, Parsley Energy HW Vulture funds and distressed debt players will enjoy this. NBSP 4. NBSP A 10% sell-off in the stock market is most likely, says expert who called March lows a something has to give ya. NBSP 5. NBSP reader I'm laying low until the Bradley turn date of August 19th. This thing's too strong now. HW I have mentioned that markets will down by my birthday, i.e. August 19th. However, I still believe and have bet, they will have topped beforehand. NBSP time will tell. In the meantime, we dance around our core trading positions as required. Reader I should have bought some gold early this year. HW Yes, we did recommend that. NBSP But gold will also be very strong this fall, so you should have another profitable investment opportunity. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me mt5.expert.advisors.